Good evening, Belize. It's Wednesday and you're tuned into News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. Here's what's making headlines tonight. In the South, police have made arrests in connections with two separate murders in Bella Vista Village. Those of Narhin Seron and Archibald Farrell. Trade unions are meeting tonight as talks heat up over BTL's pending purchase of SpeedNet. Meanwhile, chaos erupts in Red Bank during a public consultation. Residents unanimously reject plans for a Scarlet Macaw sanctuary. Plus, a major announcement from the U.S. State Department. Starting January 21st, immigrant visa processing will be suspended for nationals of 75 countries, including Belize. And as we mark 100 years since Baron Bliss arrived in Belize, we take a closer look at his legacy. These stories and more are coming up in 60 seconds. Stay with us. News 5 starts now.
Ever wake up and just feel like today's gonna be a good day? I got a lot to get done, but I love when things easy. So when I heard DigiWallet and Neighbors together, it was a yes for me. Grabbed some stuff, paid some bills, but the best part, I could add funds to my DigiWallet right here at Neighbors. 40 new spots across Belize, plus all the Digi stores. That makes almost 150 places you could now cash in. You see why today feels good?
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome back. We begin tonight in southern Belize, where police have charged a man in connection with last year's deadly home invasion in Bella Vista Village. That tragic incident left 24-year-old Narhin Seron dead and critically injured his partner, Nikki Logan, who courageously shielded their toddler during the attack. Around 3 a.m., armed assailants burst into Seron and Logan's home and unleashed a barrage of gunfire. Seron was killed instantly. Logan was struck 6 times while protecting her young child, who was thankfully unharmed. Neighbors painted a picture of Seron as a hard-working young man with a temper that may have led to conflicts with others in the village. Assistant Commissioner of Police Hilberto Romero confirmed rivalries within the community could have fueled the attack. Earlier today, police announced the arrest of 21-year-old Jerdel Benjamin King, a laborer from Independence Village. He now faces charges of murder for Saron's death and attempted murder in connection with Logan's injuries. The case is now moving forward in the criminal courts. Authorities say further investigation is ongoing, including looking into potential motives. Whether rooted in personal disputes or drug-related activity remains part of the probe. Bella Vista has seen a worrying rise in violence recently, with this tragic shooting among a spate of serious crimes shaking the tight-knit community. Documenting this arrest not only brings justice closer for Saron's family, but also highlights Belize's broader battle against violent crime and the urgent need for community safety. Police in the Toledo district have formally charged a suspect in the Christmas Day killing of 25-year-old Archibald Fafa Farrell Jr. of Bella Vista Village. Farrell, a construction worker, was fatally shot early on December 25, 2025, while walking along an unnamed street in the village. Authorities discovered him face down in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds. 11 cartridge casings were recovered at the scene. Investigators described the attack as likely an ambush, noting that it was part of a broader surge in violent crime in the area linked to illegal drug activity. On Tuesday, police arrested and charged 23-year-old Dixon Noel Caceres, a Belizean laborer from Bella Vista Village, for the murder of Farrell Jr. The arrest comes amid escalating violence in the intermediate Southern Formation area, where 4 homicides have occurred in Bella Vista over the past 6 months. Authorities have attributed much of this increase to drug-related disputes. Farrell Jr.'s tragic death and Caceres' subsequent arrest highlight ongoing security challenges within the community. Authorities continue investigations into motives and possible connections to broader criminal networks. Police in Independence Village made a significant find over the weekend. Around 4 p.m. on January 10th, officers from Intermediate Southern Formation and CIB searched an abandoned zinc bungalow in the Norales Extension area. Inside, they discovered a gold-colored 9mm Sig Sauer pistol with a magazine holding 2 live rounds, along with 33 additional rounds of ammunition. Investigators believe this weapon may have been used in recent shootings in the area. The gun and ammunition have been sealed and sent to the National Forensic Science Service for testing as police work to link it to those crimes. A brand new police station for Keycocker is officially on the way. The Ministry of Economic Transformation signed a contract on Tuesday with Coleman Construction Limited to get the project started. The deal was witnessed by Home Affairs Minister Oscar Mira and Area Representative Abner Andra Perez. This is part of the Belize Integral Security Program, a $60 million initiative funded by CABE to boost citizen safety and strengthen the police department. The new station will cost about $1.5 million and span over 3,500 square feet, complete with modern features like a domestic violence unit, secure evidence room, private interview spaces, and even a conference room. Once finished, it'll serve both residents and the growing number of tourists who flock to the island every year.
The substation in Keycocker will greatly enhance the capability and will greatly enhance the working conditions of the officers stationed there. For now, where they are is inadequate, and this will make sure that the police substation and the officers working there provide that necessary security for the residents, but not only for the residents, but for the visitors that go to Keycocker.
Okay. Can you share a little bit, a few brief specifics about the contract, the funding, the estimated time for completion, and which organization the government is working with?
So this is a CABE-funded project. We hope that it takes about 12 months to get the police station up and running. CABE has been one of those partners in security for us, and we are very grateful for their contribution. The Keycocker police substation is costing $1.54 million. It's a substantial investment into the security and safety of the people of Kecaucus and its visitors.
Coming up, who's in the dark on BTL deal? Almost everyone. More when we return.
Statistics Unit is undergoing a digital transformation. This transformation is designed to make accessing vital records faster, easier, more efficient, and more affordable for all Belizeans. The CRVS offers 3 main types of services. You can register births, deaths, marriages, adoptions, and even apply for a deed poll to legally change your name. You can make amendments and corrections to existing records. Information services cover the issuance of various certificates for records that are already registered. Each certificate will now include a unique QR code, which can be scanned and verified. You will also receive regular updates on your application status via email or SMS. The new CRVS, digitally connecting citizens to all vital statistics services. To learn more, visit our website and start using the CRVS today.
Nestled away in the quaint Belize River Valley, Black Orchid's Panda River Restaurant offers a variety of great dining areas and experiences with an excellent variety of local and international cuisine, with healthy meal options for vegans and those with health concerns. Your delectable dining can be topped off with our excellent desserts, natural fruit juices, and exquisite wine and drink options. All prepared by our certified chefs and award-winning mixologists. Come to Panda River Restaurant and River Rum Bar to relax in the pool or use our excellent conference facilities combined with great dining.
A diamond in the jungle.
This year, Belize felt more connected than ever. We stood with the moments that shape us, our culture, our youth, our stories. And we lifted young dreams even higher, powered by advancement and possibility. Everywhere, Belize is growing, and as the nation evolves, so does the way we connect. This year, Belize showed its light, and we were honored to drive innovation across the country. As we look ahead, our promise is simple: to unite communities, nurture dreams, and continue leading Belize's digital transformation. From our Digi family to yours, wishing you a bright and prosperous 2026.
Happy New Year!
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Imagine waking up to find out a major decision about your phone and internet service was made, and even the people you elected didn't know the details. That's what's happening in Belize right now. A proposed buyout of BTL has been in the works for months behind closed doors, and even cabinet members are only now hearing whispers about it. Immigration Minister Karim Musa admitted this week that cabinet hasn't been fully briefed, and when they finally met, the discussion barely scratched the surface. Meanwhile, frustration is growing among the public over the secrecy surrounding a deal that could change how the country stays connected. On Tuesday, we asked UDP leader Tracy Panton about why cabinet and the public are being kept in the dark.
Let me say it this way, there is no transparency. There is absolutely no accountability. And people continue to laugh when I say there is none. When a prime minister cannot seek the input of his executive, when his own members of cabinet have not been briefed yet, with the suggestion that that might come today, when a board, had there not been a foiled attempt at that board meeting, would have rubber-stamped a deal that no one in this country knew about, not even the members of the board itself. Ms. Cancino resigned on a principled position. And she should be acknowledged.
Yeah, UDP, that's why you got principles.
She should be acknowledged because that could not have been easy. And there were other members of the board who were not prepared to go that far, but who did not attend the meeting. Simply removed themselves because they had been given nothing to examine.
Concerns over the proposed consolidation of Belize Telemedia Limited and Speednet are intensifying as trade unions across the country hold critical consultations today. Talks that are expected to culminate tonight with a meeting of the National Trade Union Congress of Belize. The consolidation would see BTL acquire Speednet, raising questions among unions about job security, workers' rights, and the long-term structure of the telecommunications sector. Those concerns have prompted urgent discussions within the labor movement. We are reliably informed that the NTUCB meeting was initially scheduled for last night via Zoom, but was postponed, allowing member unions additional time to consult internally. That extra day enabled the Belize Communications Workers Union to meet directly with BTL's management team earlier today to discuss what the proposed acquisition could mean for BTL employees. That meeting lasted most of the day and late this afternoon. News 5 was informed that the BCWU will withhold any public comment until after tonight's NTUCB meeting. Meanwhile, one NTUCB member told News 5 that the 4 social partner senators are expected to participate in tonight's discussions. According to that source, tensions remain high, with Labor leaders signaling they are prepared to escalate their response if concerns are not adequately addressed. News 5 will be closely monitoring the outcome of tonight's meeting and will bring you details from inside the discussions in Friday's newscast. The debate over proposed Scarlet Macaw Sanctuary deep in the Maya Mountains has taken a dramatic turn. At a public consultation last night, Red Bank residents have spoken, and the answer is a firm no. The government had pitched the sanctuary as a future tourism hotspot and a big win for conservation. But the community wasn't convinced. This decision comes after weeks of heated discussions sparked by comments from Minister Orlando Habet suggesting that some farmers might have to relocate if the plan moved forward. That didn't sit well with locals. Interestingly, tour guides were among the strongest supporters of the sanctuary, worried they could lose access to the area if the project was scrapped. But in the end, the community stood firm and shut the idea down. So what really fueled this divide? Tonight, News 5's Brittany Gordon digs deeper into the outcome of that consultation and the concerns that drove residents to say no.
You know why the people come out? Because the people is not in support of this. And it is not in the best interest of the people. It will not help the Red Bank people. It will not help you.
Tensions ran high in Red Bank on Tuesday night as nearly 200 residents packed a public meeting to debate a proposed Scarlet Macaw Sanctuary in the Maya Mountains. The plan, backed by local tour operators and the government, has been in the works for years, but villagers say they were left out of the loop. Their frustration prompted area representative Rodwell Ferguson to call the consultation, hoping to clear the air and hear the community's concerns.
I told the chairman the best approach is to first talk to your people and they will determine if they want it or not. The consultation tonight was really on target to say we don't want it. And so I, as an elected representative, I told them we are going to back off. In the future, if they want to take it up again and they want my support, I will always support them.
Villagers expressed frustration over being left out of early talks on the sanctuary. Local tour guide Basilio Mess is one of several tour guides who met with the Minister of Sustainable Development, Orlando Habet, to discuss the idea after he discovered survey lines posted across a large portion of the hills.
Back in November, I think it was on the 11th of November 2025, we traveled to Belmopan to speak with the Deputy Prime Minister regarding this survey that already occurred. We knew at the time that the map has already been authenticated. So we approached the Deputy Prime Minister and explained to him the importance of protecting these hills. And so he welcomed the idea and he told us that all 6 parcels comprising of approximately about 150 acres that were already surveyed to be cancelled. So he right there and then cancelled all those 6 parcels.
Mess points out that despite the cancellations, survey markings now stretch across the hills, including top bird viewing locations. He notes that illicit activities, including illegal logging and a rogue zipline, drove tour guides to champion the sanctuary. Still, residents weren't convinced. Laurencio Shaw explains that although he sees the benefits of a potential sanctuary, the approach was not ideal.
My main concern was when I heard Mr. Orlando Habet on the news saying the proposal is ready to be signed off. And we were like, but when did it happen? How did it happen? Who knows about this? And so that was where my questions come from. Like, how did you know which place you should demarcate? How did you demarcate the place? Because you're not from this community. You're going based off of 3 persons' opinions, not the entire community, and that is why the community reacted the way they reacted tonight.
Over 100 scarlet macaws visit Red Bank annually to feed, making the village a prime location to view them. For decades, the birds have kept up this routine, and locals have grown used to their presence. At the meeting, several residents argued that Red Bank is already doing its part to coexist with them.
The people of Red Bank are proud that the birds come here every year. That's the reason why that hill looks how it looks today. So what you're talking about, Mr. Cruz, is the village is not asking for that. So I left questioned and puzzled. Why are you saying that we want to manage that as a community? Why are you saying that we want to protect that area? Why are you saying that we want to do something with it? We are doing something with it.
The vote on the sanctuary too was a clear no, but villagers still have big concerns, especially about the hills. If those surveyed lots are sold off, farmers and tour guides could lose legal access to most of the area. Area Representative Rockwell Ferguson says he's committed to doing everything in his power to keep that land open and accessible for everyone.
I know the land has been surveyed but not issued and signed by the Minister of Natural Resources. So as the elected representative, will have to talk to my colleague and say the villagers don't want these to be issued for any individual. Even if that person has to be relocated to another location, then that will be done.
The community shut down any talk of reviving the sanctuary plan. Yet government reps say they're ready to collaborate if attitudes shift, and tour guides continue to hope for future protection of the hills. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
For more than a decade, farmers in Middlesex have been struggling to get their produce to market. And the reason is simple: bad roads. Now, Stan Creek West Area Representative Rodwell Ferguson says he's taking the fight to Cabinet to finally get this issue resolved. Farmers say the situation has gone from bad to worse, with land acquisition by Siltgrass Farms and efforts to open new roads blocked by the Ministry of Sustainable Development. That's left the community stuck, literally. Ferguson shared the latest developments today, and we'll be watching closely to see if this long-standing problem finally gets the attention it deserves.
Middlesex, there is that ongoing issue with the roads and the access for farmers when it comes to the Siltgrass Farms property nearby. Have you been briefed on this information, and what is the update there? Is there anything being done to assist these farmers?
Well, I had advised the village council and the farmers what is the next course of action. And I told them exactly what I need from them. I can present to the cabinet and say this is from the Middlesex Village Council. So as now the Minister of Agriculture asked my district agriculture officer to work with them, and I want a response from them by next week Wednesday, so I can take it to the cabinet and see what the next way forward.
After the break, Belize included in U.S. immigrant visa suspension. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Set. I'll swap out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Kayo, we have exciting news for you. RFNG Life Insurance is now officially in your town. Now, You can visit our office to pay your life insurance premiums or speak to our dedicated agent, Mayeli, about securing your future with the right coverage.
Hi, my name is Mayeli Hoy, your designated agent here at RFNG Life in the Cayo District. I'm here to help you explore your options, answer your questions, and find the perfect policy for you and your loved ones.
Whether you're looking for life insurance, critical illness coverage, or future saving plans, we've got you covered. Take the first step towards securing a stable and prosperous financial future for you and your family. RFNG Life Insurance, now in Cayo. Visit us today or call to schedule an appointment. Your future starts here.
Borders in Central America, searching for the stories behind the places we think we know. I'm Sabrina Daly, traveling as a Belizean, curious about the culture, the people, and the experiences that make each destination stand out. From the spirited landscapes of Honduras to the evolving heartbeat of El Salvador.
Go Pupusas!
This journey explores what it really feels like to travel our region. This is Across Borders.
In the heart of the Cayo District, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
We all know the importance of running water and proper drainage in your home. That's why we rely on a fully functional plumbing system. At Benny's, we have all the plumbing supplies and accessories you need. Our pipes, fittings, valves, and adapters are made from durable quality materials. Remember to wash your hands with clean running water from your faucet. We have kitchen and bathroom faucets in various styles and finishes. Whether for installation or maintenance, make sure to use recommended PVC cleaner, solvent, and Teflon tape to fix or prevent leaks. We also have the tools to get the job done. For all your residential, commercial, or industrial plumbing needs, shop at Benny's. Quality and savings.
The U.S. State Department announced earlier today that it will suspend processing of immigrant visas for nationals of 75 countries, including Belize, beginning January 21st. The State Department is concerned that many applicants could become a burden to the public purse by relying on welfare programs. In response, Belize's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade said it is in communication with the U.S. Embassy in Belmopan and has tasked its embassy in Washington, D.C. to seek clarification on the scope and implications of the freeze. The ministry stressed that only a small number of immigrant visas are processed locally and that there is currently no indication the freeze will impact visitor or student visa applications. Officials emphasize their commitment to ensuring Belizean applicants receive accurate information as the situation unfolds. The U.S. State Department says the freeze will remain in place until U.S. authorities complete a review of their public charge screening procedures. So for now, if you plan to involve moving to the U.S., expect delays until the review is complete. Belize's booming BPO industry is making headlines tonight, but not for the right reasons. A well-known Belize City businessman is raising the alarm about what he calls a massive credit card scam tied to BPO employees. We're talking about hundreds of fraudulent transactions, mounting chargebacks, and serious questions about security and accountability. Could this be a threat to one of the country's fastest growing sectors? News 5's Paul Lopez investigates the allegations and what they could mean for the local economy.
Could Belize's BPO sector be compromised? One businessman warns of credit card fraud linked to employees.
How we know it's fraud is when the bank sends back the statement and say, okay, there's a chargeback for these accounts. And we're not talking about 5, 10, 15 or 20. We're talking about hundreds of chargebacks.
Chargebacks exist to keep consumers safe. Banks can reverse charges on debit or credit card transactions, usually in cases of fraud. Chang says he's been hit with hundreds of these chargebacks, all pointing to transactions involving BPO employees.
I have not made a big issue out of it in terms of publicly. Reason being, our local economy is highly dependent on these jobs, and a lot of young people coming out, they get paid very well. You know, it's much better than the minimum wage, and so they make their money and everybody's happy. But when credit card information is being stolen, and I say this with evidence, I do not say this lightly, I do not BS, I am telling you I have facts where credit card information is being sold, credit card information is being given, credit card information is traded or given to people to use.
Chang showed us receipts for over 400 chargebacks from online orders at his restaurant, and some patterns stand out. In March, a $92 charge went to a U.S. card under the name Justice, delivered near New Road and Hydes Lane. A month later, the same card was used, this time listed as Belizean, and delivered to a similar spot. Justice's card alone was used more than a dozen times by different people at different addresses, all in the same area. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
If you use a credit card, one of our deterrent is we need an ID of the person. So that was one of the good deterrents, and so it was very hard for them to get away with it, especially for U.S. credit cards. Now, what they're using, they're taking pictures of the ID and they're sending it as part of this to override our security protocols.
The BPO sector has become an important economic lifeline in Belize. To date, the sector has created more than 20,000 jobs. But Chang says he has found himself at a crossroad because Belize's legislation cannot protect him from these actions.
I have made numerous statements, numerous reports to the police department over the years, and their hands are pretty much tied. Our local law does not have enough teeth to prosecute these instances, and I'm advocating that the government change these laws to make sure that they put stiffer penalties for people who commit fraud.
As the BPO industry continues to provide thousands of jobs and drive economic growth, these allegations highlight a troubling gap in consumer protection and enforcement. For now, business owners like Lee Mark Chang are calling for stronger laws and stiffer penalties to combat fraud. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
The United Democratic Party is challenging the Briceño administration over what it claims are several social issues driving national hardship. Chairwoman Sheena Pitts took the lead in raising these issues, pointing to escalating crime, the delay in carrying out the redistricting exercise, no progress in the $2 million People's Constitution Commission report, and the cost of living.
Let me remind you, as the party leader pointed out, escalating crime, the Fortis Beacol buyout, the $2 million PCC report, the redistricting exercise, and make no mistake, the UDP supports redistricting. The kidnapping of Budna, no forget, we still want to know who thief Budna. The spiraling cost of living because everything they go up, not only the food, now on the taxes side. The party leader said property, utilities, and who is to say that should this deal go up, that the rates for telecommunication won't also go up? Because you heard the party leader say the regulatory body and the role they have to play is important. And the fact that they want to push for a monopoly in that kind of framework is most dangerous, and we argue also unlawful. Fuel prices were not going down, but up. The borrowing on the backs of Belizeans.
Pitts underscored that under Tracy Panton's leadership, the United Democratic Party is battle-ready and in strong fighting form. She highlighted the party's policy priorities, which include advancing the Whistleblowers Act, strengthening freedom of information laws, and eliminating nepotistic appointments within government.
And let me tell you, we've had meetings with the business community and some financiers, and I'm happy to tell you that that Whistleblower Act that the UDP supports, we have heard from our counterparts who are willing to work with us. And when I tell you the proposal of having a 6-figure reward for whistleblowers, for those in the public service who have information of the corruption in this government, that is what we mean by saying zero tolerance. You know, just a talk it. We have put things into action to show it. You see these nepotism in government appointments, yes? That is also a part of our policy that we will address, so look forward to it. You see this rampant disregard for requests made under the Freedom of Information Act? Because let's be real, we have to make it known far and wide, not within our country, to the regional and international partners, that when Belize stand up and we say, oh, we comply, we have anti-money laundering legislation, we have oversight mechanisms, we have all these great things that make a government work. We are here to say, no make this PUP administration fool you. We have it on paper, but there is no implementation, there is no enforcement. And this UDP, government in waiting, is here to tell you that being in fine, fit fighting form is addressing those things in real time.
When we return, Rivera residents demand power after decades in the dark.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures. Customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter. Smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights. Distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Can a precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate.
For the road, bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
This year reminded us that our work is so much more than communication. It's connection. Every time we supported a school, a youth program, or a community event, we felt the heartbeat of Belize. We met students who just needed someone to believe in them, and families grateful for a supportive hand. We saw communities welcome SMART not just as a brand, but a trusted friend. For us, impact is created through service, presence, and purpose. As we move into a new year, we remain committed to empowering our communities and sharing stories that reflect how SMART strengthens the connections that matter most.
That commitment to people drives how we build our products. We focus on delivering real value and flexibility. We upgraded our postpaid plans to include social media data, keeping you connected to your favorite platforms without the extra cost. For the prepay family, we enhanced prepay plans to ensure you get more data and benefits from every single recharge. Flex bundles now better match real-time budgets, improving affordability. We introduced affordable Mexico data bundles to keep you connected while traveling. We are listening, adapting, and ensuring you get high-value connectivity you deserve.
Great plans need a great network. SMART strengthened its promise of bringing people together by investing heavily in expansion. We added new towers in key areas, bringing a stronger signal and improved service to more communities. Customers along the coastal road in Blancano, Mountain Pine Ridge, and Cristo Rey now enjoy more consistent coverage, making SMART a reliable companion for every journey. SMART launched its fiber network in Sartineja, bringing reliable high-speed connectivity for today's digital needs.
At SMART, we strive to reflect the energy of Belize in everything we do.
From celebrating 20 years of excellent service to exciting collaborations, we've shared unforgettable times. We've delighted you with our biggest giveaways and deals ever, ads you could laugh and connect to, and launched a revamped website to make your digital experience faster and more engaging.
As we look forward to the new year, we remain committed to what matters to you most: the communities we serve, the connections we build, and the precious moments we all share. All these remind us of our true identity and steadfast purpose, bringing people together.
Residents in Belmopan's Rivera area are sounding the alarm tonight. They say it's time for urgent action to bring electricity to their community. For decades, many families have lived in the dark, literally, because there are no power lines in the area. Now, as the neighborhood grows, some residents have taken matters into their own hands, paying out of pocket to install power lines in front of their homes. That's given a few families access to electricity, but up to 40 households are still without reliable power. They're calling on leaders to finally move this long-delayed process forward. News 5's Brittany Gordon has the story.
4-year-old Imelda Najarro battles asthma, which means she often relies on a nebulizer to breathe. This device turns medicine into a fine mist for her to inhale, a lifeline for many asthma patients. But there's one big problem. It runs on electricity, something Imelda Najarro has lived without for decades. She lives in the Rivera area of Belmopan, a community that is only partially connected to the main power lines.
Con candela, los alumbrábamos para cambiar el bebé y todo eso.
We used candles to help us when changing nappies for our babies. All of that, is a big struggle, let alone having to do it in the dark. Yes, eventually we got used to it. At the start, we were a bit scared, I'll admit. But we had to get used to things like this. Over time, we've been promised several times, every time there are elections, that yes, we'll bring light over to this side and all of that. But to this day, that hasn't happened. We need the light. And like I've said, I am asthmatic, so I have to put on this machine. So my daughters have to always try and figure out who has a car to bring it over for me, because a daughter of mine also uses oxygen. So yes, we really need electricity here.
Just a few doors down is Diana Pacheco's home. She grew up in the community, and now as an adult, she is advocating for power to be brought to the neighborhood. She explains that for about 2 years, she's been in discussion with Area Representative Oscar Mira and Belize Electricity Limited to fully electrify the community. However, progress has been slow.
Since I born and we don't have electricity here, and it's a sad situation when it comes, because sometimes I concern more, because when I was a kid I always they left you some assignments, some homeworks, and it was challenging. We have to ride bicycle, go way out there and go print, because we cannot have a printer. So now I have grown and see the same issue, and now I see my nephews, I see neighbors, which have the same issue that we pass and we struggle.
Pacheco claims that she was advised to privately connect her home, something that many families in the community cannot afford to do.
I went to BL and I went and asked for a private estimate, because they told me they cannot bring the light because it's like 6 poles more that they need so the light can be here. So they told me I need to do it privately, which I did a letter for them, and I'm still trying to go more far in there.
According to residents, there are at least 40 families in the community that remain without access to electricity. Patrocina Herrera cares for her 94-year-old mother, who uses a nebulizer and an oxygen concentrator to treat her respiratory conditions.
Y fui con don Oscar Mira, dice que él no puede arreglar nada aquí porque aquí son como
I went to Oscar Mira a time, and he said he couldn't do anything for us back here because we're way too far. He told us we have to apply for the electricity, and we have applied many times. We filled out many applications, including the Social Security information from the people here, and nothing has worked. My mother sometimes needs oxygen, and so sometimes I have to put her in the car and take her to my daughter's in Salvapan so she can take her treatment. We need the light here. When people ask me where I live, I always say the abandoned place because that's the reality. We are abandoned.
Residents say the lack of electricity is taking a toll. Kids struggle to finish their homework, and once night falls, walking in the neighborhood becomes uncomfortable and unsafe.
Right now we're living in a hard time when there's a lot of rape, a lot of robbery, and anybody can hide and do something to their kids. Who can protect them? There's no light. So that flashed me, and I be like, no, we really need light. Also, when it comes to, the hot weather, we cannot enjoy something cold because we don't have fridge. If we want to watch a movie, we cannot watch a movie because we don't have TVs. Why? Because there's no light.
Ironically, just a few years ago, Imelda Nahara was gifted a free refrigerator by ERA Representative Oscar Mira, a refrigerator that's been sitting idle ever since, waiting for the day it can finally be plugged in. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
We reached out to Belize Electricity Limited for a comment and are awaiting an update on the situation. Up next, Baron Bliss's vision for Belize lives on 100 years later.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
This year reminded us that our work is so much more than communication. It's connection. Every time we supported a school, a youth program, or a community event, we felt the heartbeat of Belize. We met students who just needed someone to believe in them, and families grateful for a supportive hand. We saw communities welcome SMART not just as a brand, but a trusted friend. For us, impact is created through service, presence, and purpose. As we move into a new year, we remain committed to empowering our communities and sharing stories that reflect how SMART strengthens the connections that matter most.
That commitment to people drives how we build our products. We focus on delivering real value and flexibility. We upgraded our postpaid plans to include social media data, keeping you connected to your favorite platforms without the extra cost. For the prepay family, we enhanced prepay plans to ensure you get more data and benefits from every single recharge. Flex bundles now better match real-time budgets, improving affordability. We introduced affordable Mexico data bundles to keep you connected while traveling. We are listening, adapting, and ensuring you get high-value connectivity you deserve.
Great plans need a great network. SMART strengthened its promise of bringing people together by investing heavily in expansion. We added new towers in key areas, bringing a stronger signal and improved service to more communities. Customers along the coastal road in Blancano, Mountain Pine Ridge, and Cristo Rey now enjoy more consistent coverage, making Smart a reliable companion for every journey. Smart launched its fiber network in Sartineja, bringing reliable high-speed connectivity for today's digital needs.
At Smart, we strive to reflect the energy of Belize in everything we do. From celebrating 20 years of excellent service to exciting collaborations, we've shared unforgettable times. We've delighted you with our biggest giveaways and deals ever. Ads you could laugh and connect to, and launched a revamped website to make your digital experience faster and more engaging.
As we look forward to the new year, we remain committed to what matters to you most: the communities we serve, the connections we build, and the precious moments we all share. All these remind us of our true identity and steadfast purpose, bringing people together.
Start your day the right way with your morning boost. Get moving with energizing workouts, refreshing yoga sessions, and easy tips to keep your mind and body in balance. From fitness to personal growth and positivity, we're here to kickstart your mornings with motivation that lasts all day. Wake up to wellness. Your morning boost every weekday at 6 a.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Aiwa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Aiwa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Aiwa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Aiwa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Aiwa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
There's been a lot of talk lately about preserving our national monuments and honoring our heroes. But one name that continues to stand tall in Belizean history is the Right Honorable George Cato Price, the father of the nation. Tomorrow we celebrate George Price Day, paying tribute to the man who led Belize to independence. This year's commemoration is being organized by the National Institute of Culture and History, along with the National Celebrations Commission and the Price family. The official ceremony kicks off at 10 a.m. at Independence Hall and will be streamed live for everyone to join in. And there's more. A special exhibition showcasing Price's life and leadership will also be launched. Director of the Institute of Creative Arts, Kim Vasquez, says it's about remembering George Price's achievements, but it's also about reflecting on the values and principles that continue to shape Belize today.
So the National Institute of Culture and History and the National Celebrations Commission are putting together the program along with the family of Right Honorable George Price. It will be at Independence Hall and it starts at 10. It will be live streamed and so everybody can tune in. There will also be an exhibit that will be launched as well, as we have been doing for the past couple years. That legacy of leadership and his values and his principles that he left behind for us, and to remember the journey and for all he did for us as the father of the nation. Whenever I talk about him, I said, you know, it's sometimes hard for us because we live in a modern day Belize. A lot of things that we take for granted now, roads, utilities, education, we have to remember that there was a time when the powers that be didn't care if we had proper roads or whether we had quality education or if the lights were on, you know. Those were things now that we take for granted. And he touched so many different sectors in the journey to nationhood and for what he stood up for. I think that that's something that definitely we pause and we reflect and we honor that legacy.
It's a milestone worth remembering. Today marks 100 years since Baron Henry Edward Ernest Victor Bliss first arrived in Belize. Now, Baron Bliss never actually set foot on Belizean soil, yet His final gift changed the course of our culture, educational and scientific development for generations. He's often called Belize's greatest benefactor, and for good reason. His legacy is everywhere, from scholarships to iconic landmarks. But today, there was no official ceremony to mark the centenary. So we decided to take a walk through history, visiting some of the places tied to Bliss and reflecting on how one man's generosity continues to shape Belizean life a century later.
We usually celebrate Belize's greatest benefactor on March 9th, the day he passed away, but here's something you might not know. It was exactly 100 years ago today, back in 1926, that Baron Henry Edward Ernest Victor Bliss arrived by yacht and anchored just off the coast of what was then British Honduras. Bliss was paralyzed from the waist down and never came ashore, yet he fell in love with this country from a distance. And in death, he left a gift that would shape Belize's future in ways we still feel today. As Executive Director of the Institute of Creative Arts, Kim Vasquez puts it, Bliss didn't need to set foot on land to see the potential of Belize, and his legacy proves it.
I know many Belizeans, as you rightfully said, we more associate the 9th of March, which marks the anniversary of his passing. And we usually commemorate him and remember him as, our greatest benefactor in terms of financing, because he left that trust for us. I believe $1.8 million. But I think today we can actually reflect a little bit on how we got to that. He was greeted by the Governor Burden at that time when he arrived, and he did interface with colonial officials at that time. But what he really spent his time doing was fishing and enjoying, just like any modern day tourist, the beauty of Belize, of our waters. And he had that rapport with the fishermen. He liked to fish. And there is something that he may have seen, maybe in his conversations with those colonial administrators. He saw the potential. And when he realized that his health was declining, he drafted up that will, a new will, to leave most of everything that he had to the country.
He left nearly his entire fortune to the people of Belize with strict instructions. The funds were to be used for the country's education, culture, and development, not for churches or military purposes. To really grasp the importance of Bliss's final wishes, we spoke with historian Nicolas Sanchez, who told us that the will itself was just as groundbreaking as the gift it contained.
It can be used for anything except three things. You couldn't build a school that was attached to a church. You couldn't build a church or a dance hall. Everything else should go through the trust fund and so arranged. Now you have to be careful because in suggesting something, you must be very thorough, and everything must be bought from the Commonwealth. For instance, if they want to repair the steps, you can't go and get Maya cement.
What's the legacy? What should Belizeans, young Belizeans right now, know about Baron Bliss?
Are you ready? Every doggone one of them should know that the capital of this country sits on land that was bought by Baron Bliss Trust Fund money, Belmopan. That's why you have a Bliss pomade in Belmopan. How many of these tour guides know that or say so? See? The next one, the nurses training college or training school. If you get a hangnail or a scratch or whatever being born, of course that's the most important thing in anybody's life. There was a nurse from the training school to help you to come in.
Today, that vision lives on through institutions funded by the Baron Bliss Trust, including scholarships, libraries, museums, and cultural spaces that continue to benefit Belizeans across generations. The Institute of Creative Arts is housed at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. Built back in 1954, the theater has been home to some of Belize's most memorable performances and boldest ideas. And according to Kim Vasquez, the best way Belizeans can honor Bliss today is by following his example, becoming benefactors themselves.
I think for us, it's to remember that legacy and the importance of philanthropy. And he saw something. He saw the potential in us, I would like to think, that made him make that decision to do something for the country and people of Belize. And I think that that is the best thing we can do, is to be stewards and to remember that, again, you know, you can look at the intention. We now have Heroes and Benefactors Day, moving away from just Baron Bliss Day. And for me, the benefactors that we continue to honor today, they may not have left $1.8 million, but they have served the country in different ways.
A century later, Bliss's legacy is not only measured in dollars and cents, but in national identity. From education and arts to historical preservation, his name remains synonymous with public good. But in recent years, there seems to be less celebration attached to his memory. Captain Sanchez has an advice for those in authority who are not making an effort to celebrate Bliss's memory.
Now, if you don't want Baron Bliss anymore, you know what my suggestion is? Fine, we don't want that guy around us anymore. Pack up all the benefits that we can derive, especially the money in particular, and send it back to the family and says, we don't need you, we don't want you. Here, take your stuff and go. Because we're not going to honor him anymore.
As Belize marks the centenary of Baron Bliss's arrival, the moment serves as both a commemoration and a reminder of a man who chose Belize as a steward of his life's fortune, and of a responsibility to preserve and expand that legacy for the next 100 years. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
As Belize marks 100 years since the arrival of Baron Bliss, the question is, are we really honoring the memory of our greatest benefactor? The answer might shock you. The Baron Bliss Lighthouse, home to his tomb and once a vital guide for mariners, is in serious trouble. The structure is leaning, the seawall is crumbling, and the site has become a hotspot for drinking, drug use, even sexual activity. Public urination? That too. This historic monument is at risk of disappearing altogether. Historian Nicholas Sanchez says the neglect, the lack of information shared by our tour guides, and even the repeated renaming of Baron Bliss Park, where he was first buried, all point to a troubling disregard for Bliss's legacy and for the history that shaped Belize.
This is where we're coming so short. You know, that like you say, using it as a bathroom, that is terrible. They would never go anywhere else in the world and urinate at a monument like this. Yet nobody says anything, and everybody thinks it's my right to do it. It's not your right to destroy. We have seen them pass here just now, and they didn't even spend maybe 2 minutes here. And I'm sure they're not in such a hurry to show them the rest of Belize City that they have to get going. There is so much to say about Baron Bliss. This lighthouse guides ships coming in, and it's an aid to mariners. 2 flashes every 5 seconds, or 1 flash every 6 seconds. And mariners would look and they see and say, yes, this is Belize. We should stay 500 yards or 500 meters, whatever, from that light, because you're in shallow water after that. So it's very important. It's saving lives. It's guiding mariners. I myself, as a mariner, can appreciate it. Then, of course, this is where he's buried. First, he was buried over here in what is called the Bliss Park, which is still to me the Bliss Park. I don't know what they call it now. It has gone through a different name changes. Hubert Fuller Park, Animal Park, Sandcast Park, and I don't know what it is now.
No, it's Laughing Bird Key National Park.
Well, the laugh is on them. And those birds that they're talking on them, they are vultures, they're John Crow.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, Red Bank rejects Scarlet Macaw Sanctuary plan despite tourism push. Leanne Shaw said, stand up for your rights and lands, Red Bank. If the chairman is not working for the people, remove him. On the topic, massive credit card scam alleged in Belize's BPO sector. Genevieve Young shared, World News have shown lots of call centers are scammers, so monitor carefully. Yes, they provide job opportunities, but at the same time, there are few rotten eggs, unfortunately. And finally, on police arrest suspect in Bella Vista shooting, Evelio Medina shared, good job, officers. Continue the good work. Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming, and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.